If you study, you get to know that. No need to say this is also. So this is ileum, pubis, ischium. At the point of fusion of ileum, pubis, ischium, there is a cavity. So, particularly at the fusion of pubis and ischium, there is a cavity. There is a cavity. This cavity is called acetobulum. Acetobulum, in which the longest thigh bone is articulates, attached. So, the option is A and B only. A and B only. A and B. A, they give it ileum. B, they give it ischium. Ischium. C, like that they give it. Ileum, ischium, pubis. Only AB. AB not. BC not. Okay. So diagrammatically I shown pubis and ischium, but ileum also supports. Don't think that what is I. Ileum, pubis, ischium. Already this is clear explanation. Finish it. It is like revision only this topic. Okay. So pubis, ileum. Nearer to pubis and ischium, cavity is present. But ileum also supports for the formation of cavity. So BC, second option, B and C only not true. A and C only not true. A, B, C. Three supports ileum, ischium and pubis. 3 equally needed. Which of the following are involved in the formation of acetabulum? For the formation of acetabulum, these 3 are important. Therefore, the correct option is 4. A, B and C. Acetabulum is formed by the fusion of ileum, ischium and pubis. Ileum, ischium and pubis. That's all. 23rd question is that. 24th question. Which of the following muscles are not under the voluntary control of nervous system? Among the following, muscles are not under voluntary control. Pharynx. Pharynx is, if I wanted to swallow, I will swallow. In that pharynx. In the pharynx, it is a voluntary muscle. Urinary bladder. In urinary bladder, when those muscles are showing contraction, relaxing, we don't know. So, not the voluntary control of nervous system. Urinary bladder. So, the correct option is second, urinary bladder. Third, let us see. Anterior end of esophagus. Anterior. Foot pipe. Anterior. Foot pipe. This is foot pipe. So, anterior end. Posterior end. So, here, when we will swallow, food goes inside. If we don't swallow, something food material I grinded, I throw out, I spit out. So, that is also voluntary. Tongue. Now I don't want to speak. I wanted to move. So tongue also voluntary. So that 1, 3, 4 voluntary. But they asked not under the voluntary. Therefore the correct option is 2. In urinary bladder, involuntary smooth muscles are present. Involuntary smooth muscles are present. So pharynx, esophagus and the tongue are voluntary under our control. 25th question. The protein which relays impulse from T tubules to the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Yes, here a lot of explanation. Actually, T tubule. What is the meaning of T tubules? In our syllabus not there. In our textbook syllabus not there. No problem. I will give explanation. The protein which relays means receive and pass information or message from T tubules to the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Here, already this diagram I have drawn many times. Now I will draw simple. It is Z line, Z line. Active, 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 active. Middle, myosin, 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 myosin. It is jet line, jet line, jet line. Like this also we can draw, no problem. It is A band, A band. The place, the area between two jet lines is called sarcomere. Already we knew that. So in between two active filaments, within the center of A band, within the center of A band, there is a lighter area, lighter area, lighter area, lighter area. This is called H zone or Hansen's disk. In textbook already page number many times I said not 5, I think so. At every free time you see. Okay, that's all. So this is active filament. It is myosin or thick filaments. Okay, this is already we have seen. So middle, neomycin, M-line, middle, M-line is passes. This is called M-line. Already I said, M means neomycin, neomycin, M-line. In textbook just M-line given. M-line full form, neomycin, neomycin, neomycin. Okay, that's all. So our discussion was the protein which receive pass information from P tubules. See, either sides of the jet line, there is a small lines are invaginated, inserted. See. Either sides of the jet line, there is a small lines are invaginated, inserted. So these small lines are called T tubule. T tubules. T tubules. These small lines are called T tubules. T tubules. Okay. So T tubules. Question what? The protein which relays impulse from T tubules to the sarcoplasmic reticulum. So sarcoplasmic reticulum, these are called sarcoplasmic reticulum. Here also T tubules are present. These are sarcoplasmic reticulum. For our convenience, like this I am drawing. For our convenience, these are sarcoplasmic reticulum, sarcoplasmic reticulum, sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so on that day, when we are discussing muscle fiber, so the muscle fiber is the syncytial, it contains multinucleates. Those multinucleate is located beneath the plasma membrane. Beneath means what? It is plasma membrane. Here, multinucleate. Here, multinucleate. Syncytial. Beneath, this is what? Beneath the plasma membrane are sarcolemma. Sarcolemma. Okay, so and also contains muscle fibers, sarcosomes, sarcosomes, and sarcoplasmic reticulum. These are sarcoplasmic reticulum. In between these sarcoplasmic Sarcoplast nothing but cytoplasm. Sarcoplast, sarcoplast. What is it? Sarcoplasm, sarcosomes, sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum, these are called sarcoplasmic reticulum. These can regulate the calcium ion channel. Calcium ions are released, I said. So sarcoplasmic reticulum regulates calcium ion channel. Sarcoplasmic reticulum, these are sarcoplasmic reticulum regulates calcium ion channels. So according to our question, the protein which relays impulse from T tubules to the sarcoplasmic reticulum. From T tubules, these are T tubules. T tubules. From T tubules to the sarcoplasmic reticulum is uric acid. Uric acid is not related to the question. So option 1 is wrong. Meromyosin, not. Meromyosin. So head and tail of myosin is made up of by meromyosin, monomeric protein. So 2 is not related. Dystrophin is the protein. Question 1, the protein which relays impulse from T tubules to sarcoplasmic reticulum. That particular protein is dystrophin. Okay? Dystrophin protein is receives and pass information from T tubules to sarcoplasmic reticulum. From T tubules to sarcoplasmic reticulum. When T tubules passes information from T tubules to sarcoplasmic reticulum, information passes. At that time, actin and myosin responds differently. That only cross bridge formation, cross bridge broken, I said that. So here, the protein is a dystrophin protein. That protein is present here. That dystrophin protein receives and pass information from T tubules to sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So the correct option is 3, dystrophin. Okay. That's it. So with this section A, B finishing. Now section C bits. These bits are related to previous years exams. In previous years exams, what type of bits they have asked, that is AIPMT, Neet, etc. Earlier AIPMT, All Indian Institute of Pre-Medical Test, that AIPMT test now revised into Neet, National Eligibility Entrance Test. Throughout India, they have made it one test for getting medicine seat. Okay, so in Neet exam, earlier they used to call AIPMT. Okay, in AIPMT, in Neet exams, previous years, from this particular chapter, what type of bits they have asked, that is what now we will see. Okay, so here AIPMT is a very difficult test, very tough test earlier. Okay, that test they have made it Neet test. Okay, so in those tests, what are the bits they have asked? That is, first, which of the following is not a function of the skeletal system? Which of the following is not a function of the skeletal system? In adult human beings, the skeletal system consists of 206 bones. Everybody knows that. What is that function? Here one explanation I will say, then automatically you will find it. Not a function of the skeletal system. Our skeletal system is responsible for the locomotion. I am moving, it is locomotion. Our skeletal muscle, our skeletal system responsible for the production of erythrocytes. Skeletal system means bone system. Bone marrow is responsible for the production of erythrocytes. Our skeletal, in our bones, our bones storage minerals. These are three of our skeletal system functions. Production of body heat. It's not a function of skeletal system. So production of heat occurs in muscles. Okay. So that the correct option for first question is production of body heat. Production of fourth question. Sorry, fourth option. Here, actually the skeletal system serves 6 major functions in our body. Here 3 functions only gave. Actually, apart from those 3, remaining 3 functions are there. Those are movement, already we discussed. Protection here not they given, but protection, our skeletal system gives protection. And producing blood cells, already erythrocytes. Storage of minerals we have seen, and endocrine regulation, our endocrine glands regulation also brought by skeletal system. See, support movement, protection, production of blood cells, storage of minerals, endocrine regulation. Our skeletal system performs 6 major functions. That is what? Protection, locomotion, movement, production of blood cells, storage of minerals, endocrine regulation. Okay, so that's it. Next question, second bit. Try to say second question answer. Which of the following joints would allow no movement? See, if you want to keep answer for these types of joints, I said fibrous joints, cartilaginous joints, synovial joints, I said. In that, fibrous joints, again I said 3 types. Sutures, coronoid joints, gymphosis, syndesmosis. Okay, in them, which joint would allow no movement? Ball and socket joint, hip joint. So due to hip joint only we are able to move in all directions. So option 1 is wrong. Fibrous joint. So in this one, fibrous joint here, fibrous joints again I said 3 types. Sutures, gymphosis, syndesmosis. Sutures, syndesmosis and gymphosis. Sutures and gymphosis are immobile. Sutures, these are present in between frontal bone and parietal bone. Sutures. Gymphosis, those are present in dentoalveolar joint. Those are immobile joints. Sutures and gymphosis, immobile joints. Next, syndesmosis, slightly mobile joints. So, if you study, get to know that I already said. So, that's it. Fibrous joints would allow no movement. Okay. Cartilaginous joint. It is cartilaginous joint. It will be moved. So, third option also not correct. Synovial joint. See, synovial joint, where the bones are joined, there is a cavity, synovial cavity. That cavity is filled with a fluid, synovial fluid. So, it helps to move. So, here, ball and socket joint, cartilaginous joint, it allows moving. Synovial joint, even it is also allows movement, but the fibrous joint is not allowed. Synarthros. Okay, that's that. So that the correct option is 2. Yes. Third question answer. Sliding filament theory can be best explained as. Okay, again I should draw a diagram. See, what is the diagram? Already many times on the basis of that only. This diagram. That explanation, already everybody knows that, page number 305. This diagram. This is the diagram. This diagram. And this diagram. This is. So that question is related from sliding filament theory. Sliding filament theory. So this is a simple way I will explain. See, I will draw diagram. See, like this way. Actin, myosin, myosin head, like this way attached. When calcium ions are binds to the troponin of the TNC, then this actin complex is moved down, then attached. Okay, with the help of ATP. Next, one more new ATP formed. With the help of that new ATP, this is the cross bridge is broken and come down, and again comes this side. Here attached, the same process. Cross bridge is broken with the help of ADP. Broken, come down, attached, come down, attached. Like this, sliding from here onwards. Attach it, come down and attach. Come down and attach. See, here attach it. Come down, bend. Myosin head is bent and attached. Cross bridge is formed with the help of ATP. Next, one more ATP induces breakage of cross bridge and then it separates. Myosin heads are bent and like this. Same and again bent like this. So this process is called sliding filament theory. Sliding filament theory. Okay. The actin. Now I will draw. If I will draw, then you will get to know that. Gel line. Gel line. In textbook page number 305 diagram only I am drawing in simple way. Okay, so this is actin, this is myosin. Here myosin X, I have to draw. Okay, here. Okay, so same process. Myosin head attached when calcium ions are released. At the time cross bridge is formed. After that, with the help of ATP, the cross bridge is broken, bent. One turn is finished. Next, second, due to releasing of calcium ions, the myosin heads are binds to this and forms cross bridge. One step. Next, due to ATP, this cross bridge is broken and separated. The myosin heads are bent. Next cycle attached. So that sliding is continuously sliding. The actin, the actin filament moving towards inside. Continuously, the actin filament is moving towards inside. Therefore, it is called sliding filament theory. So this is moving inside. So this is comes backward. Like this. In this here skeletal muscle it is happening. That's why our skeletal muscle shows contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. Therefore, this is called sliding filament theory. Sliding filament theory. So actin and myosin filaments don't shorten. These actin and myosin, thin and thick filaments don't get shortened, but rather slide past each other. It will come this direction, it comes this direction, past each other. So the correct sliding filament theory can be best explained as actin and myosin filaments don't short, but rather slide. Slide means, I am saying now, slide means passes. Slide past each other. Like this. That's why this is called sliding filament theory. So the correct option is 4. Okay, the actin filament attaches to the heads of the myosin and forms cross bridge. First step. Next, this cross bridge is broken. Okay, that is why it is called sliding filament theory. Can be best explained as fourth option: actin and myosin filaments. Actin and myosin filaments don't shorten, but rather slide pass each other. Passes each other. Next, glenoid cavity articulates. What the question? Glenoid cavity articulates. Yes, it's knowing point only. Glenoid cavity. See, scapula. On that I said scapula. The scapula has a slight elevated ridge. Is called acromion process. Below the acromion, this is here scapula has a slight elevated ridge, that is called acromion process. Below the acromion process, there is a cavity. That cavity is called glenoid cavity. In that glenoid cavity, here will be there. If you keep hand to your body, you cannot keep. If you keep your hand to your brother, scapular region, then you can see that elevated ridge. Okay, so that is called acromion process. Below the acromion process, there is a glenoid cavity. So this is glenoid cavity. In this glenoid cavity, humerus is articulates and forms shoulder joint. Same sentence is there. I said. So humerus with the scapula. This is humerus. This humerus with the scapula. This is scapula. Answer 1 is correct. Clavicle with acromion. This is clavicle. Clavicle with acromion. Not. Related to glenoid cavity. Scapula with acromion. Scapula with acromion not. Clavicle with scapula not. Glenoid cavity is attaches with the humerus and forms shoulder joint. So first option is correct. Yes, ma'am. Select the correct matching of the type of the joint with its example in human skeletal system. Select the correct matching of the type of the joint with its example in human skeletal. Correct joint. Cartilaginous joint between frontal and parietal. It's wrong. Between frontal and parietal, it's not a cartilaginous joint, fibrous joint. So, option 1 is wrong. Pivot joint between third and fourth cervical knot. Pivot joint between radius and ulna. Radius and ulna. Radius and ulna. Pivot joint. There and atlantoaxial joint. In these two places, pivot joint. But they given wrong. Wrong. Second is wrong. Actually, they must give atlantoaxial joint between radius and ulna in the head region. That is correct. But they given another thing. So second option is wrong. Hinge joint. Actually, hinge joint between elbow joint and knee joint is hinge joint actually. But they given humerus and pectoral. It is wrong. Gliding joint between carpals. It is correct. Between carpals and the tarsals. Between carpals. Here carpals and leg tarsals. So fourth option is correct matching. Remaining all wrong. So the correct answer is 4. Fifth question. 4. Sixth question. Stimulation of muscle fiber by motor neuron occurs at stimulation of muscle fiber by motor neuron. Already I said not. Contractions of muscle fiber. First step. Contraction of muscle fibers. I said 4 steps. First one. That is only. So what that? Stimulations of muscle fiber by motor neurons. The option 1. Neuromuscular junction. Neuromuscular junction means what? Where neurons are attached to the muscle region. The junction, the place where neuron and muscle fiber or muscles are attached. This is called neuromuscular junction. Okay, stimulation of muscle fiber by motor neurons occurs at this region. So when stimulation of muscle fibers occurs here, electrical current is released. This releasing of electrical current is called action potential. Action potential, I said. So when action potentials are released, that action potentials, as a result of action potentials in the muscle, calcium ions are released. So first one, neuromuscular junction. The stimulation of muscle fiber by motor neurons generally occurs at the junction of neurons, and muscle. This is called neuromuscular junction. So the first option. Remaining transverse tubes, myofibrils, these are not related to that. Seventh question. Sixth question is first option. Seventh question answer. The characteristics and an example of synovial joint in humans. The characteristics and example of a synovial joint in humans is fluid filled between two joints provides cushion skull. Fluid filled between two joints, not between the bones of a cavity. So option 1 is wrong. Fluid filled between two joints and it would not provide cushion like skull. It's wrong. Second, fluid filled synovial cavity. Actually, between the two joints there is a cavity that is called synovial cavity. That synovial cavity is filled with fluid. Okay, fluid filled synovial cavity between two bones, joint between atlas and axis. Atlas and axis, these are present in this region. So second option is correct option. Why not 3, 4? Correct. Let us see. Lymph filled. Lymph is not filled in joints. Lymph is a colorless fluid. It is transported, not translated. Transported. Lymph is transported through lymphatic vessels, lymphatic system. So third wrong. Fourth, fluid cartilage. Cartilage is not at all related to synovial joint. So that second option is correct. First, third, fourth options were wrong. Eighth question. Eighth question answer. Select the correct statement with respect to locomotion in humans. Select the correct statement with respect to locomotion in humans. See, option 1. Accumulation of uric acid crystals in joints causes their inflammation. It's correct option. Accumulation of uric acid crystals. Select the correct statement with respect to locomotion in humans. See, accumulation of uric acid crystals in joints. As a result of that, what happens? Joints gets inflammation. Inflammation means pain with swelling at the joints. In such conditions, locomotion movement is affected. So our joints are accumulated with uric acid crystals. At that time, what happens? We will get a pain with the swelling. The disease is called gout disease. In such conditions, our locomotion movement does not occur effectively. So that according to the question, first option is correct. Remaining, we will see. The vertebral column has 10 thoracic vertebrae. Our vertebral column means that's it. It consists of 26 sequentially arranged vertebral columns. Okay, that's it. So second option wrong. They given 10, actually 26. Third, the joint between adjacent vertebrae is fibrous. The joint between adjacent vertebrae is not a fibrous, it is cartilaginous. So third option is wrong. Fourth, a decreased level of progesterone causes osteoporosis in old people. So progesterone hormone is released only during menstrual cycle. That means after ovulation, ruptured ovarian follicle called corpus luteum. That corpus luteum acts as a temporary endocrine gland. That corpus luteum acts as a temporary endocrine gland and releases progesterone. Okay, but here they have asked in old people, old people some menopause. In that, in the old days, in those people's, estrogen is less, not progesterone. Okay, so a decreased level of progesterone they given. Actually, they should give progesterone. Sorry, estrogen. Okay, in such cases, fourth option is correct. But they have given progesterone. Okay, not a progesterone. Estrogen causes osteoporosis, bone disorder in such kind of people. So there is a chance to break or fracture their bones for even small accidents also. Okay. Yes. So the eighth question correct option is 1. Okay. Today discussion is enough.